Attention, attention, attention. This is the TownNet B of the day. I am your net controller. Team Jet number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign phonetically. Reminder that the net is being for training purposes. You may begin.
Kenyat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Trinidad number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, I got 3 so far. Anyone else? Anyone else? Check in, check in, check in. Again, this is the TownNet B of the day. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign. Check in, check in, check in. Please come now. It is now 4:30 p.m. Toronto's time. It is the Town FB of the day. Anyone want to check in? Check in. One more call. Check in. Please come now. Okay, we'll begin. Quiet start again. Okay, so this morning we have been talking about the div topic again, and we have some examples, live examples when people are doing their actual div. So we talked about the card using the playing card to div, and well, the basic is you need a deck of cards and make sure that all the cards are not missing. So always good idea to go through the whole thing and kind of organize everything once just to make sure you have everything right, not missing one card. And then you cleanse those cards. You can simply just put it in your hand and then you do horsepower zero and you storm the right foot and you blow. That will cleanse it. And then you will put a guard inside your Sifu, right? Horsepower one, and then you can div. If you want to div for yourself, that's how you do it. If you want to div for other things that is outside of yourself, then you will have to send the god, a small god of the Sifu, to other places or people, and then put them back to the card. And now they came back after touching the other side. Then you can start your div things. So let's begin the net by seeing how you guys are doing with your div. Did you do your daily div? Have you been using the card to div and so on? So let's go around the table. Senior number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenyat number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, and so far, more like I go home before I change the tea. Like I div just to see like the gods are there and I can change my tea and stuff like that. Like Usually like things like that, or when I'm doing magic work, just to confirm, like to see like the God is there, or like the recent lesson about the home and the gut time, like I did for that. But today when I got home, I changed the T. I did to confirm, so like just to see like the God's there before I do anything at all. That's so far I've been doing. Tingkat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Oh, okay. Well, knowing the gut home before you do any magic is like a basic, but we should also give ourselves a div of the day to start off with. And for people who are like you, really rushing to go out, it is a good idea to find a fast way to get your 6 lines. So you talk about the div cup. I was doing it today for myself. Um, so the div cup, you have two pieces, but usually you like drop the both of them, right? I don't do that. I want to get 6 lines, so I drop one and then the other, and I repeat it 3 times. So I have three, like three. No, I have six lines. Okay, 6 lines of yum and yang. Then I record it, and there goes the answer. So by getting the 6 line with the div cup, if you have like let's say some short memory, right? Like I can't remember all 6 lines, you might want to have um like your phone with the sand brush open. So when you like you got the answer, you write it on the side right away and make it quick. So when you have that 6 line, you look at it and immediately you kind of know already like there's a gut home for the 168 now and also later, so you know what to pay attention to. For example, if you're like walking out the door and you have a 6 line, and the 6 line showing you that maybe like let's say it has your D8 is no good, okay, like a hole in the D8, then you might want to be extra careful or put on extra protection because your car is a D8 element and you don't want that to have anything happen to it, right? So looking at the condition before you go out to decide how much protection magic do you need to do for yourself, you can avoid a lot of things that you do not want to have in life, like accidents. So there we go. TN number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tingkat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, Sajan, after the net this morning, that method of diving with the cards seems to be a lot more quicker. Probably gonna div again this evening for probably either dinner or take a walk, see the condition. But it's definitely something that I really like. I like using the cards, and the the coins that I have that I usually do the David, I'm probably still going to want to try it every now and again. But it's good to know that there's different techniques that we can use with the different system. I'm trying to get it in my mind that it's not necessarily system, it's any system you can use because you can use anything to div like you discussed. I think it was last week where you use the example of if you're walking and you're going for a hike, you don't know which part to take some leaves or take some sticks and div. Um, it's really to remember that it's not the actual system that you're using, but it's you, it's the communication with the God. But yes, this is Tiny at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Yeah, the heart of the div is the communication. So you want to know the yum or yang, then you use anything that can relay the message. For example, I have some magnets on the fridge, right? If I grab a bunch and then I throw them out, I can also see the yum and the yang. It can be the magnet like flip over or not flip over. It could be the magnet is light color or dark color, right? Like green and blue is dark, and I would say yellow and red is, and the white is it right. So the yum and yang right there. You decide how it want to be. Even this morning, Wing was asking me about the tea leaves. Like she wanted to read the tea leaves. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Right. So you add the div, and then you pick a bunch of tea leaves and you dropped it, right? And then hey, there you go, the amount of leaf, right? So you can see, do you have more on the top or more on the bottom? Then you know the yum or the yang ready, right? And if you want to make it more specific, you can split the leaves into half, half, and half, like that, and you have like six portion. And then now you read how many leaves are in each. So if you have like a odd number, then that's a yang. Even number is a yum. And now you have six lines. So it all goes back to the same concept of the yum yang, gut hung, and how you want to make it happen, right? So depends on what's around you and what's more convenient. For me, this morning, I was just at the altar. I don't have my cards around, so the cards are in the box high above. So if I have to like go grab those, it would take more effort. So the div cup is just on the altar right in front of me. Why don't I use that, right? Anything works. So let's move on. GN number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Um, yes, John. After you said that about the cards, I went and got a fresh pack of cards that was still sealed, and I've now put a god into it. I've removed the jokers, and I've counted. There's 52. Um, so ready to use when you're ready to teach us about that today. That'd be good. Um, regarding the six lines, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I I used my div cups 6 times, and I got yearn, yum, yum, and then I got 3 sings, but I don't see how sings work in with the 2 line system. Um, or if you're just supposed to use one div cup, so that you only get like a yum or a yearn. Um, so maybe you just clarify that for me, please. Are we just supposed to be using one so that we only get one, or like one of 2 answers instead of 3? Or a sing part of it, like a peng? I'm not sure how that's drawn though. How's a peng drawn? Anyway, back to you. Student number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
You didn't listen when I was talking. I gave you my examples already. I said I take the div cup and I drop them one after another. So it was not dropped like one pair. You use one of the 2, right? The half. Then you have the yum or yang. So you drop one and you drop one, then you pick it up and you drop one and you drop one, you pick it up, you drop again, and you pick it up. Then you have 6 lines. Very simple. You were overthinking and you're just making it too complicated. If you have a deck of cards, you can basically like ask the god shuffle, and after you're done shuffling, you create like a line with the card, and you pick out 6. So you pick 6 cards and put them in order from top to bottom, and then you flip them. Then you have your yum yang right away. The red is the yang and black is the yum. So you don't even need to toss any div cup, right? You picked out the 6 card. Now think about different situation and what would be more appropriate or easier to do that div. Like imagine I am on the bus or I am taking an airplane, walking around, right? If I need to use div cup, I need a place to kind of toss it. So that will be kind of hard. Like, how can I toss it and not lose my cups? Or I'm like on the go, right? So one method would be to get the yum yum with another thing that is more portable. And the cards are not bad because hey, you can shuffle the card on the go, and you fan it out, not look at it, and then you pick six card, and then you put a big pile of card inside your pocket, and you just look at the six that you have, and you have the answer, right? So the uh, the card is kind of useful when you're on the go. Another method is to use the dice. If you want to like roll the dice, right, you don't have to like drop it like really like the div cup, dropping it. You can basically put it inside something, shake it, and let it land on your palm, like how they have a cup for it, and then they roll the dice and then inside the cup, and then they put it on the surface, right? You can put it on your palm and open the cup, and then you have the answer right away. So with a dice, well, if you have like let's say one dice, then it will be like the even and odd as the yum yang. But I can also put like three dice, six dice, and try to get the answer like that in one go. Just that it's harder to use on the go. But if you have one dice, it's fine too. You just like shake it a few times. So there we go. Anyone else want to check in? Check in. Please come now. Okay, we'll go back to the top. Tier number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Ajahn. Yeah, usually in the morning I'm pretty much in a rush, so pretty much I get up, take a shower, get clothes, and yeah, change my clothes and go straight out. But yeah, I'm gonna try to like do the cards real quick and yeah, probably or do the six lines and try to record it real quick. Spend like 5 seconds on it, and I'm gonna go out and look at it later. Probably gonna do it that way or something. 10 yet number 4 Limo Echo India.
Yeah, or before you start the day, like while you're at work, you can also do it before you start the day. It look kind of like those superstitious people, like, oh, let me look at my tarot card before I start working. um, it's very easy to do. You go to the altar, take the card that you prepare already, and take it out, shuffle a few times, and then pick out six cards, flip over, take a picture, done. That's how fast it is. Should not take more than a few seconds. So I don't think you don't have time for that. It's like you're making the time for that. You have to make the time. Okay, let's move on to tier number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tenure number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, Sajwan, the dice is actually a good idea because it could be a lot more discreet. Sometimes I won't have the luxury of using the cards in public, but getting some small dice is a good idea. And the dice itself, it seems like it'll be the same method that you taught us. Shake it, and whatever numbers come up, odd and even, would be equivalent to young and yang. And also, could you mention the picture in the JGL room, with the north, south, east, and west, and how it's all tying together? Back to you, Tinyat number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
JLG, not JGL. You still got the name wrong. Yeah, those pictures with Lei and Seung here, I don't think they are ready to absorb that lesson yet. Still kind of too much. They are still not ready. So I'll see when the other people might join in, and whoever is ready, I'll get on that. Seems like right now, though these two are kind of low energy. One is shunned out, and the other one is kind of cannot focus. Both of them are in need of regrouping. So yeah. Well, beside the sixth line, let's add one more element, which is the five element. Okay, so if you're using the cards, the five element we said already is related to the suits. So you can quickly like uh, look at if you have like number or do you have the Jack Queen King. Okay, so if you have Jack Queen King, there's a no-brainer. You just like put it into the Earth element. So if you have the other numbers like 1 to 10, then you have to count. Okay, the diamond is the water in the north, and then you have the club, which is the wood. Okay, and then you have the fire heart, and you have the spade for gold. So once you see the five element, you can jot a note. So what is the chi flow for that result for the sixth line? So it's like, yeah, it's a good line here, it's a cut right here, but hey, how are you supposed to go about it? Like, what is um the property of the chi? How can you utilize? You know, you can't just like, oh, today is a good or bad day, right? For this, it's not enough. It's a good day for this, and how should you approach it? You need to look at the chi to understand how to approach something. So yeah, let's go ahead with tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Okay, so I did a card reading and I got um, ace to 8. No, sorry, red, black, 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 red, black. So two reds and four blacks. I put a photo of it in the JLG group, um, but um, yeah, I have no idea how to read that. Apart from it being two yearns and four yams. Um, would you be able to give me an interpretation of that, please? Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, so 2 positive, 4 negative. Okay, now after you draw those lines, you draw a big line to separate the house. So you have the top 3 and bottom 3. Okay, the top 3 is called the pre-heaven, and the bottom 3 is the post-heaven. As the foundation or basic, you can say the pre-heaven is like how the thing relates to you now before you go ahead and do what you're doing, and the other one is after you have started the event. So if you're like, okay, I want to div to see, how's work today like. Okay, so before work, today you're looking at the top 3 line, and after you start at work, you're looking at the bottom 3 line. Okay, pre and post heaven. Now for the 3 lines, you count from top to bottom is the D1, D6, D8. Okay, 168. So if you look at the top before you go to work, right? The God is saying like before you go to work, your D1, D6 is doing well. So you can focus, you have your mental power, right? But the body is kind of not so good. Like D8 is not so good. After you go to work, it's like everything is it's dark. So you're gonna have a pretty tired day. And how to go about it? How should you deal with the day? Um, then you need to know the five element to see. But right now, what you can see is like they got a thing after you go to work. After right, things aren't really looking that good. You're kind of exhausted. You're kind of tired, like that. So if we're doing the example for this case, it will be somewhat like this. Back to you. Do you get it?
Um, I think so. I'm looking at the first three are about like now before work, and I don't actually have work today, but just say um the bottom three are for later in the day maybe, or like uh yeah, like if I was going to work. So the top three, each group of three has the top one is D1, middle one's D6, and the bottom one's D8. And so I had uh, Yeung, Yum, and Yum. So D1 was Yeung, and then D6 was Yum, and D8 was Yum. Um, and so that's saying that the pre-heaven was good, being D1, I'm guessing, and D6 and D8. I would have thought that that would be saying that D6 kind of mentally not so good, and D8 being physical would be not good either. Um, so maybe I'm misunderstanding that, because the hung is the broken line, right? So that's the black ones. So the D6 and D8 being hung, I thought would be bad. So, but it was. I'd say it'd be pre-heaven's good, but mentally and physically not looking so good at the moment. But then in the post-heaven section, there's um, Yum, Yeung, Yum. So that'd be I would have thought that would be D1 is not good, and then D6 is going to be good, because it's a Yeung, and D8 would be not so good physically. But so it sounds like mentally during later in the day or at work, I'll be more on the ball with things, and a bit more clarity in my head, maybe clearer mind. I'm guessing that Yeung would be interpreted as when it comes to D6. Maybe I'm totally getting it wrong. Back to you. Number 4, zero to evolve.
Oh, yeah, Sung, I looked at line just now. So what I jot down from your listening to you is not the same as your picture. So I got the wrong, but now I corrected it on my end. Okay, so also you have to understand that this is not like it's not like a fortune telling, right? You're not saying that, okay, this will be how I am like later. It's more like the God is trying to tell you, like for the young, it's like I can help, or there is help from me, and the young is like there is no help for that, right? It's more about the God and you. So sometimes it can be telling you about how the situation is. Sometimes it's about how the God is for you. Okay, so now if you look at the top, the top is like the D1 is young, right? So you can say before I go out the door, the God can help with the D1 element, which is like helping me to have new ideas or getting me focused, right? And then when I go out, the help would be on the D6. So the D6 is like the mental side. So if you look at this, it's like, okay, so both ends, my physical side is not doing pretty good because the God's not helpful for that. I might want to increase my physical power because I don't have any help from the God for this thing. Right. So physically, I can try to like do less, or I'll try to eat more just to like fill up that D8 part. So looking at this, right, you can plan how to go about your day. Right now, it looks like after you start work, your inside is okay, but the outside is still weak. Like now, so your physical is not doing well. You might want to boost that side. Yeah, and but again, when you don't know, right? Like you're clueless and you do a div with your own god is also clueless all the time. So you need to like if you're trying to div for yourself, you want to use your Sifu plus you can add in the Jigam Samlo Josi. So at least the div result has somewhat like a guarantee. And when you like post it up and we try to like interpret for you, right? It will be more accurate based on what I know and have put into the God. Now, the more experience you have, the better you will be in interpreting the div result. And remember that it's not a mechanical thing, so it doesn't work the same way every time when you have the same result physically, because it depends on what the God is trying to relate to you during that time. And if you have like this div result and it doesn't match what the God want to say, the God might just pick like one out of the three line and say, "Look at that. That's what I'm saying." You know. So you have to be more like communicating with the God instead of just trying to think. Whenever you think, the whole div failed. Okay, you look at the result and you saw like, you might as well forget about it. It's not working anymore. Okay, throw the cards away. It's not working like that. Okay, whenever you look at a div and you start thinking, restart because you already failed. Okay, you have to look at the div result and you ask the God, okay, what does this mean? What does that mean? And then you see the idea come to you. That is the real answer. Okay, if you have to think like there's a wait, there's a you failed. Okay, pretty much like that. You fail already. The whole div is fake because you're thinking. It's not what the God want to say. It's what you are thinking. Whenever you're thinking, the div is not real. Okay, back to Lei. Team net number 4, Lima Echo India.
Pin number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Sir John. Yeah, I just saw Hyung did his 6 card, so I did my 6 card. I'm not exactly sure how to like read it, but yeah, at least I got started. So we're so the yum and the young is like on the card is the black and the red, right? And we're looking at like 6 card, and the 3 is like what, like the pre-heaven, the last 3 is like post-heaven, and then like each 3 is 10 day, yeah, in yen, right? So I got like the first 3, it looks like it's very yum, and then the last 3 is like very like all 3 is yum. So I was kind of wondering, yeah, how do I read these? Tin yen number 4, Lima Echo India.
Well, you have to have a topic. Like, what are you asking?
How's my day like going for today?
How's your day going? How do the God know? You can be like, you're doing a div to see the gut home of the day. That's what you want to ask. So the gut home of the day right now, like going forward. So now, right now, okay, what I'm seeing is the God is saying, okay, you're physically, you're okay. Like the D8 is it's the best, right? And also the God can help. But later you'll be quite tired, right? Later, like after a while, you'll be after the net. The whole 3 is negative, so it's like I can't help you. You need to rest. Pretty much like that. Okay. So it could be telling you about exactly what the God sees on you, like the situation, or it could be the God telling you, "Can I help?" Okay. So you look at the lines and you have to listen to the God what they're trying to say. But right now, at this point, I look at it immediately. The idea is now you're physically you look fine, but later you need some rest. Like you're pretty down, kind of like that. So that's what I got from this. And if you want to know, like, how should I approach the later? Like, I know I'm going to be very exhausted. I'm tired. How should I go about my day? Now you pick one more card and you let me know what that is. Okay, one more card for the 5 element. Back to you. Okay.
I got the King of Hearts for the last for the next card.
Okay, so the heart, no, it doesn't matter the heart or not. It's the king. So king, queen, and jack is immediately earth element. So earth element is like you want to be collecting things back into yourself. You want to be focusing on things that is like regrouping. Uh, you like eating, resting, or yeah, like if you're talking about yourself, right? So yourself being earthy is like you are the receiving end. You are the one receiving, like watching KJ, like listening to music, but not to play games. Play is like you need to do stuff. It's telling you, yeah, don't do anything. Let yourself be soaking up, like that. So that's the vibe. So yeah, it kind of makes sense because it's you're pretty much done. You need to rest. So you get it? Back to you.
Yes, yeah, it makes perfect sense because like it seems like every day, like right after work, I can barely keep my eyes open. Like just after I done work and I drive home, and by the time I get home, it's like, yeah, I can like it feels like I don't know, it feels like I'm done. Yeah, it kind of makes sense now. Tenyat number 4 Lima Echo.
Yeah, well, you were going through a lot of long drives, dealing with the yi and the cat. So many things these days that you didn't really get a chance to like really rest. So that's why. But now you get an idea of how to do the 6 lines, and you're caught up. So that's pretty good. Tier number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tinyak number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, Sajwan, you actually just answered my question of how to pick for the 5 elements. Well, that's part of the, well, you gave me part of the answer anyway, that I could understand. The king, queen, and jack is the earth element. What other cards would be associated with the other elements? Just so I would know. Because that part of the puzzle was missing for me. I knew how to draw the 6 lines now with the cards. I just was unclear about the elements now, how we could use the elements to navigate the post heaven result. Back to you. 10 yard number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Well, the 5 element, you look at the suit and just any number, you look at the suit, and if it's not a number, then you look at like Jack Queen King, right? It's all Earth element. That's so simple. So yeah, well, keep it simple for now. Just be like that. Later, you will learn more about the details. But right now, I would say just like that is fine. Um, you can also be like, I'm not diving with the 6 line. I just want to know the chi flow, right? Because you don't have to know the 6 line all the time. For example, I'm writing an email and I want the God to help me to see the chi. So what kind of chi is the receiving end? It's like, right, like the person that's reading your email. So you send the God over to the receiver, and you bring it back to yourself, and then you do a div, and hey, oh, the other guy is fire element. Okay, so what do I want to happen? I want him to give me money, right? So to pay me. Okay, so fire give birth to earth. So if I'm the earth, I'm using earth. The other person will be able to give me money, will give me whatever I want. So I write email with like a earthy tone, which is like more question, more demand, more like I want, but I'm not going fast. I'm just like slowly marinating the guy, you know, like trying to get him to know a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'm trying to like collect things, ask him questions, things like that, and that will draw him over and pay me, right? So knowing the five element allows you to know how to do things because you know the chi flow. Is it like fast, slow? You know, is it like burning up? Is it not? Like so many different ways to do things. Even like you say cleaning. Okay, if I'm like having a water chi, right? I want to go with the chi. I want to be watery while I'm cleaning. So what do? I go slow. Water slows down, right? So I'm doing like a very slow style of cleaning. There we go. So no matter what you do, you dip the chi flow, you will know like what is the best way to approach it, and not just like is it good or bad time. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. A.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Um, I was looking at the cards, and each, we've got red and we've got black. And for example, in my reading, there's ace of diamonds, two of clubs, ace of spades, five of clubs, and other things. Each of if each of that if each of the suits is an element, then does that mean that for each of the 6 stages I've also got an element that corresponds to already? So ace of diamonds would be I think you said um, diamonds are water, so that would be ace of water element. So the first one was water element, and it's also a yearn. And the second one of two of clubs. Um, the clubs are. I'm not sure which ones what element you said they were, but that would be the whatever the element is plus being a yum. Is that correct? It's unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
No, because when you're doing the first div, you're only looking for the gut home. Okay, your intention is looking for one thing, and that is the gut home only. So you only look at black or red. That's it. And then you pick one more card on the side, and that one more card is the five element. Okay, so don't mix it up. Keep it simple, or else the thing is the god don't know how to help you or talk to you. Okay, keep it simple. First, you want to ask the gut home, only red and black, and then you pick one card just for the five element. Okay, and of course you have to listen to the god to see what the god actually means with your div. Okay, so if you pick out a div and physically the div isn't matching what the god actually want to say, the god will also find a way to like pick something out of that and tell you its message. So you have to be like focusing on that part more than how mechanically it is done, because now you're like, okay, so this is this element, this that element, but like you're thinking a lot. I see that you're like really thinking into, you know, how to decode it, like it is physically like it is like that. But the fact is, div doesn't work that way. Okay, it can be like physically it's like a yum yum yum, right? And then God want to tell you, yeah, it's a good thing. Like, how is the yum good? Right? But yeah, the God will tell you a message like that. And if you're not opening up to listen, you will not be able to get the actual message. So you need to be more focusing on that part. And when you can do that and avoid yourself going thinking mode, then you upgrade the knowledge of how to decode. And then the God will be able to utilize your knowledge and then give you a more accurate result. Accurate, we said already, it means that whatever is on the physical side, matches what the God really wants to say inside. When they both match, then it's accurate. Right now, because like, hey, I don't even know what I'm doing, kind of like that, then it's not going to be too accurate. But the God can still relay the message if you listen. Okay. So yeah, focusing on the ask the God what it means, what it means, what it means, and just wait for that message to come over. Usually it's like a few seconds or even less, and you will know already. Tier number 4, Lima Echo India.
Pinjet number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Ajahn. Yeah, now I get a better feeling for, or a better understanding a little bit better for the div. I guess now I just need to learn more about the 5 elements. I get the gut hum with the 6 lines and stuff now. Yeah, I need to go back and find like understand more about the 5 element, because if it's like the earth and what I gotta do, so I probably have to do this through experience. Probably just gonna have to snap picture every day, and hopefully like I get a better understanding on the 5 elements over time. I was wondering on the Paigao, is it like the same thing? Like you look at the like the 6 squares, and then you or the squares, and the black and white is like the yum and the hung and the gut, and then the last one is the element. Is that the same thing, or the Paigao is like something different? Pin yet number 4, Lima Echo India.
It's totally different. Don't think about that yet. Focusing on this first, because this one is it's actually easier. So once you get this sorted out, then we get on the Paigao, or else you're gonna be like so confused. Okay, so it's totally different. The 5 element, it's about how the chi is moving. How the chi is moving. Okay, when it's gold element, you always count in order: gold, water, wood, fire, earth, right? And when you count this order, it's called the birth order. So gold give birth to water, water give birth to wood, wood give birth to fire, fire give birth to earth, and earth give birth back to gold. Okay, it always like that. So if you remember the order, then you go like this. Gold is when the chi is not moving. Like metal, it doesn't move, right? Sit there. So when it's gold, it doesn't move. Water flows downward, so the chi is going down. Wood grows upward like a tree, so it goes up. Fire burns outward, and earth collects inward. Okay, so once you understand the direction, you will start to beef up the knowledge more later about the speed. For example, gold is like very steady, very stable, consistent. It's not moving, not changing. Uh, the water goes down slowly. Okay, very slow. Um, and wood grows upward. It grows progressively, getting faster and faster and faster. And then the fire burns outward very fast and rapid, like fire. And then the earth is like collect inward, and it's like slowly, 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 like dust. Okay, slowly collect like that. So you understand the vibe, like how the speed and the direction and all that, then you can apply that onto your 5 element and see how to go about things. Okay, so let's move on to tier number 2, Charlie Hotakov.
Tenured number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, after that explanation of the elements and how they react, Sajwan gave me a really greater insight on the elements, because I didn't know gold was that stable. Water goes down, which is obvious because it sees that in nature. I should have just applied a little bit of common sense to that because water does go down. I've never seen water go up. Um, wood goes up as well because trees grow upwards towards the sun. Fire burns outwards because it's like combustion is going out, and the earth goes in because the earth reclaims stuff. So yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Um, Especially how you just gave those kind of analogies, kind of brought it home for me. When I'm learning these lessons, I try to find something that try to find some way to make it personal because once I could find a way I could apply it, it tends to stick a lot more quicker. Like how you gave the cleaning and protection spell for my wife in the room as I was going through it. I was like, all right, cool. This is a lot more personal now, so I could really internalize it. So that kind of really sunk home. The elements themselves, like you told me, I don't necessarily have to worry about it right now. I just had to know that the king, the jack, and the queen, they're all earth elements. Um, is there any correlation to why they're earth elements? Why the king, the jack, and the queen? Is it because of their specific nature? I don't really know. Back to you, Tanya, at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, because we relate to the king is like the sky on top, the yang, right? The positive on top that represent the sky. The queen is like, if the king is like the sun, right? The queen is like the moon. She's like the ground zone, like your ghost altar area, the ground zone. And then obviously the human world local is the jack, it's the sun that is born. So here locally is the jack. So when you have jack, queen, king, it means like things are going collected like into this zone. So if you have like a king, right, and you want to say it's the five element, like relate to the five element, yeah, it is the earth, and it's also like earth into the sky. So it's kind of like the sky is like it's something that collected back to the sky, or versus something collected back to the ghost altar, which is the queen, right? Or collected back to your heart, which is the jack. So if something is like a king, collect back to the sky, it would be like something that give birth to my future potential. If it collects to the ghost altar, it would be like something that I'll remember or I'll learn. And then if it collects to the jack, which is the local heart, it will be like something that make me feel good or something like that. It really depends. But right now, if you're just picking a five element, you don't have to think so much. Like just look at the earth. Don't think about other things, and that will make it simpler. Okay, but eventually, the more you know, the more you can like put into your div and get more details. Okay, but now stick to the simple ones. It'll be easier. Um, the five elements, it's like about how the chi move. It's like this is the first step, right? Like gold doesn't move, water flows down. This is the most important foundation. Okay. Once you know that, it can relate to the other things because they all fall in the same category. For example, if you want to like explain um, like the body condition. So if like let's say you're massaging someone, right? How do you explain their body when you touch it? Well, gold is like super stiff. It's not moving, right? It's like gold. And then you have like very soft. You press it and it goes down, right? Very soft. One is like it's bouncy. You kind of press it and it's like kind of like spring you back up. That's wood. Okay. And one is like it's a fire is like the skin is very stretched. Like some fat people, their skin is like all stretched up, like open, very thin. You can see the marks, stretched or swollen. That's fire, right? It's stretched out, and then you see some that is like very like wrinkled. Like the skin is like no water inside. It's like all wrinkled up. That is the earth. So you have five element for the skin, and like when you touch it, you know what element is that, and you can apply different kind of element to help it or to kill it or whatever, right? So understanding the five element, the pattern, you can apply it to many things. Tier number four, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Um, okay, Sidwan, would you be able to just explain just just briefly what the five elements are in terms of the suits? Just because if I'm drawing a card um, on the side for the elements, then I'm not going to be able to understand it if I don't know what the five like I think he said the diamond is water and earth is the Jack Queen King. Um, I'm just I didn't get down what the clubs, hearts, and spades are. Would you be able to just explain that so that I've got the complete thing, please? Unit number four, sir.
I said it a few times. You didn't catch it. Okay, again. The diamond is water. The club is wood. The heart is fire. The spade is gold. And the Jack Queen King is earth. Okay? You copy?
Yes, got that now. Thank you.
Okay. You see, a net is important. Even we're like talking on the net live, and I repeated that thing a few times, you can still not get it. I don't know how people learn things from books. So, how do you learn it from the books? It goes so weird. Eh? Everything goes wrong. Tier number four, Lima Echo India.
Vignette number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Ajad. Yeah. The 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 shapes for each. Yeah, I heard it, but I don't remember it. I'm gonna have to go back and write it down physically to know. But yeah. So it kind of makes sense now. So like how each element, like the fire is like it's kind of like outgoing, and earth is like accumulating, and wood is growing, like growing, and water is like just going downwards, like slowly. And yeah, gold element, gold, and let's see, I think I got other element except for gold. I was wondering what gold does again. Uh, Vignette number 4, Lima Echo India.
Gold element doesn't move. Just like a piece of metal, it doesn't move. It stays there. Very stable. It stays there. Doesn't move. Nothing started.
Okay, yeah, I get it now. Uh, yeah, so um, I heard there's like it can go backwards as well. Like you can uh like 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 the elements can help each other, like give birth, but they can also like kill as well. So I'm thinking like depending on what the situation is, you can either like if it's a problem or something, and well, I need to kill off an element, I can use this to div about it. Like if something like I need to get rid of because unhealthy, or either I help or kill it, depending on the situation. Yeah, I feel like this can be used for that. Um, yeah, Vignette number 4, Lima Echo India.
There are many ways to work with the elements, not just killing. You can also weaken, you can boost, you can give more. There's many ways. For example, if you give, let's say, oh, it's a court day for the 8K and wing, right? And we div to see what is the element what is the chi like for 8K? Okay, and we say, oh, he is the fire element today. Okay, so that means he's kind of maybe aggressive. He's like fast, like that. So do we like that? Do we like him to be like that? Maybe we want him to like just keep saying the wrong things, like getting very aggressive and show the judge that he's kind of like psycho, right? So hey, I want to boost the fire then. So how do I make the fire bigger? You add wood, right? So you don't just like, okay, so now I can like give that person some wood. I can use wood, put the wood element chi on top. So he have more wood, making the fire stronger. He's gonna go insane. So how do I have like how do I put more wood chi? How do I act like wood chi, right? So wood is like going up, energized, hype up, like you're motivating, right? So when he is speaking, or maybe he's not speaking, but like you kind of want to treat him like you're boosting him, fueling his fire, making him more mad, and it's kind of like a strategy. So you want to like make him go nuts, or we can use magic and ask the god to just like pour more wood chi on him and then fly him a fool. So the god create that chi and fly it over by distance. He's gonna get more fiery than he was already fired. So when he's in the court, he'll be not able to control himself and go nuts. So yeah, you can utilize the five element with the magic as well. Yesterday, I forgot which element it was, but I used like the magic. So Wing was saying, "Oh, I have like some acidic feelings, like coming up," and I said, "Okay, that's like too much of this. You write this fast, on the water, and you drink it, and it actually dissolve that feeling right away because you're like adding more of this chi and take away this chi, and then the chi is like fixed, and you don't feel that problem anymore." So it is related to magic closely because you can ask the god to create that kind of chi and use it on things. Okay, let's go. Tier number two, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tenured number two, Charlie Hotel Golf. Um, I'm trying to mentally grasp what you just explained, Sajwan. So basically, once you delve and you figure out the person chi, like you use a great example of the 8K, he's fiery and you want to boost that. You could use magic to boost that as well. If you're a normal person, instead of trying to use like a physical strategy, you could just use like magic, and the god itself will increase his fire by giving it wood. And I'm assuming you could do the opposite of that. Like let's say someone is having like a they're too excited or they're getting anxious. You could use the same magic, and but first you'll have to know the corresponding element, the element that is either going to increase or decrease. So let's say like for fire, you instead of giving it wood to burn higher, you give it more water chi, so it could come little or less, if that is the correct way of thinking. It just depends on the element and what you want to do with it. My following closely so far is Sajwan. This is Tinyard number two, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, if the guy is too much fire, you don't kill the fire, you kill the wood because wood is what makes the fire. So you kill the wood, the fire will tone down. If you pour water in it, then you're killing the fire instead. Okay, so it's like just imagine physically you have a fire going on. You pour water over it, the fire's out already. But if you like just take away the wood, the fire is going to be like not as powerful, right? So it depends on what you want to do, but usually it's like someone is like very overhype and stuff like that, very fiery, right? You want to like just tone them down and not like just shut them down. So we usually will remove the wood, like kill off the wood, and that will reduce the fire already. there's a whole logic to it. You'll know more later. There's a lot to this. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Hey.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it sounds like there's a whole art to that whole magical legal battles. And yeah, so thanks for clarifying about the different suits. So now I can each day do the the gut hung reading and get the extra element for each day. I may as well try and do that every day now. It's just a daily practice. And I actually have a pack of they've just been sitting around for years of I Ching cards. And I'm wondering if they're useful at all or if they're a complete waste of time bothering with. There's just a different one of the I Chings on each card. Would that be potentially useful as a div set or irrelevant? TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yeah, if you have that, you can clean it up and check it, and that will be even faster to get result instead of like throwing 6 cards out. Even faster. So that works too. You can also use that as well. There's also like a chim, like the wooden sticks with the 64 combination. That's also another way. There's also like a Yiking dice and so many other different methods, right? So any method will work as long as your god is real, right? So you know who you're talking to, and the god knows what the card is. Then yeah, why not? So yeah, you can use that. Take a picture and show me. Okay. So that will be even easier and faster. Maybe like I think Lei would need one of that deck. He's like in a rush, right? So what he need is like, okay, I just like shuffle a few times, pick one card out, and then I just like maybe take a picture, or I just grab the card and put it in my pocket. Right? That would be easier. So that's something good to have. Yeah, I saw that on Alley too. So I'll post the link for the one I saw. And Lei maybe want to get one set. That would be very useful. Okay, so it is now 5:35 p.m. Well, at the net here. See you on net C and online. 73. This is Tina number 9. Yankee Uniform Echo is clear. Okay.
TNet number 4, Lima Echo India.
TNet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.